Hey guys, this is Matt Williams from Foundation Defense. Hey, I've been getting some questions about what caliber should I carry? What gun should I get? What caliber should I get? Simple. There's no simple answer. You should get a 9, a 40, a 45, a 380. There's no simple answer. First thing you have to do is ask yourself, well, how do I plan on carrying this gun, and what's going to be the purpose of it? And after that, it is what size person are you? If you're a teeny tiny little human, but adult, old enough to buy a gun, what can you handle in terms of the size of the frame in your hand? Will it conform somehow to your body and the way you walk around the world through space and live your life? So size is going, like the size of the actual gun is going to have something to do with it. I mean, they don't make full-size 380s for purchase here in the U.S. that I'm aware of. Could be wrong. I don't know about every gun out there. Ammunition-wise, I personally like 9mm, and it's simply because the ballistic advantage you get is fantastic. Ammunition science has come a long ways over the last few years. So I like 9mm for the fact that the size of the actual ammunition, I can put more ammunition into a magazine. It doesn't weigh as much as a 40 caliber or 45. I like the reduced recoil that it gives, so it's easier with some practice to shoot continuously, so follow-up shots, one shot after another, while still staying accurate. And again, that does take practice, and I'm not saying that you can't do that with a 40 caliber because people do it. And I'm not saying you can't do it with a 45 because, again, people do it. Then again is the cost of ammunition. The cost of 9mm versus the cost of 45 is astounding. Even target ammunition for a 45 is expensive in comparison to a 9mm. And that brings me around to this. When you carry your gun for self-defense, you should always carry self-defense ammunition. And I don't mean like frangible ammunition, because that's not meant for self-defense. That's meant to hit steel targets and kind of, I don't want to say dissipate, but it kind of powders, it fragments. So target ammunition is typically known as full metal jacket or hardball, and it looks like this. Okay, this is a 9mm. Oh, I'm going to pick up a 9mm hollow point, which is self-defense ammo, and then you can see that concave hole at the end. It is hollow. I mean, not all the way through, but the point of that is so when the projectile hits its target, it opens like a flower. And the reason it does that, there's a couple reasons. One is it dumps all of its kinetic energy, okay? So it creates more of a wound channel, more devastation to the area that's hit, as opposed to full metal jacket or hardball ammo typically can pass straight through a target if it doesn't hit something solid and then kind of buzzsaw spin around. There have been all kinds of stories where someone gets shot in the arm and the bullet hits the bone and travels up and out through the clavicle or whatever. It's not really the point of the video here, but again, I like 9mm just because it works for me. Doesn't mean it's going to be what for everyone else. Listen, there are some people with diminished capacity, hand strength capacity, that you're not going to be able to maybe operate the slide on a 9mm. Maybe the best thing that some people can use will be a 22 Magnum. Is it ideal? No, it's not. Is it better than a sharp stick? I think so. And if that's the deal, then you use what you can use, okay? There's nothing saying that it has to be, handle the largest caliber you can. That's bull crap. That's gun shop logic, and it's outdated and dogmatic, okay? You cannot take everything you hear in a gun shop as though it's the gospel. There are a lot of people that are working on the other side of the gun counter that really don't know much more than you do about guns. Sometimes those people are just people who are selling things. They might as well be selling blenders and vacuum cleaners. And the fact that somebody was either in the service or they're a retired police officer, while that's great and I appreciate them, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean they know what they're talking about, okay? I've had the occasion more than once to see that proven in my classes. Doesn't matter that you were this or that at one point in your life. If you don't continue your education, because things change, your information is outdated. So just be aware of where you're getting information from, okay? So again, always carry self-defense ammo when you're out in public or, in your home when it's the gun set up for self-defense. It's extremely expensive to go out and shoot self-defense ammo at the range. So go get yourself some bulk ammo for whatever it is you're shooting. Also, don't ever, never, ever carry home-loaded, like hand loads, in your gun for self-defense. I can get into that in another video about why that's dangerous for you if you end up using the gun in defense. It can turn into a real rat's nest, okay? But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video about ammunition. I will be putting out some other stuff either today or later this week. So again, if you have questions, if you have suggestions, please let me know, okay? Again, Matt Williams, Foundation Defense. You guys stay safe.